shortened one-man-less edition of Two Dudes and a Mexican. I'm your host, the Premier League anchor, some dude named Victor Salazar. To the left of me, the sports guy, a dude named Peter Soprano.
What up, what up?
To the...
Huh? What's that?
To the... Oh, Dave's not here. Okay, so there's no Mexican on this show today. Hav's back.
Yep.
Hav, what is that called?
What?
False negative.
Yeah.
COVID test.
False
positive.
Yeah, false
False positive COVID test. So he's doing fine.
However,
Dre from Pete's Corner.
We don't know if it's false right now.
We don't know if it's false or not. You know, prayers are with you, Dre.
Yeah.
Don't hang out with any Republicans because they don't have any masks.
Don't hang out in fighting Irish area.
Don't hang out in fighting Irish area. Don't hang out where they're partying because Joe Biden essentially won the election.
Philly,
just stay in quarantine, bro. Please.
Stay home.
All right. So last time we were here, Dave was here last week. He's not here this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him. I think his OnlyFans is popping off right now. Where like
priorities.
If you seen on Twitter yesterday, it was asses out for Biden. The hashtags. So if you went down that whole stream, wow, you saw asses out for Biden.
Wow.
Dave's hashtag was hair out for Biden.
Oh wow.
So his OnlyFans must have taken off. Damn. He must have made a lot of money yesterday. So I mean, you know, as long as someone's making money, me and Pete make money off bets.
Yeah.
Dave's making money off his hair.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. As you see, this is where the big boys play.
Exactly.
So, let's get right to it. This is a completely football show. There's no baseball. There's no basketball. There's no boxing. There's no soccer. There's no hockey. There's no golf. There's no tennis. There's no darts. There's no curling.
I was about to say that.
Football only. Yesterday.
No lacrosse.
Yeah. We had a rundown of games that will decide the future of the college football season. Obviously, we're going to save the best for last. The Notre Dame-Clemson game, which probably was the game of the year so far in college football. But let's start with everyone's favorite coach, Coach Khaki. Indiana. Different Indiana team.
Yeah, definitely different this year.
A lot better than what we usually expect.
Yeah.
Obviously,
they expect to be at the bottom of the conference.
They beat Michigan State, I believe, to start the season. Then I thought Rutgers was going to give them some game last week. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they beat Rutgers.
Yeah.
And then here it is, Coach Khaki coming off another loss last week to that same very Michigan State. And we're all like, okay, Coach Khaki.
The same Michigan State team that lost to Rutgers.
And Indiana.
Yeah.
So... You can lose to Ohio State.
Yes.
Still have a job.
Yes.
You can lose to maybe Penn State. Still have a job.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe even giving him this more slack. You can lose to Michigan State and still have a job.
Maybe.
Can you lose to Indiana and still have a job?
He should not be coaching right now. He really shouldn't. Wow. First of all, I completely feel that Indiana was disrespected, that they were an underdog by 5 points. Even though they were the higher seed, they've played better this year. And they were the underdog to a team that's now 1-2. So that was already enough motivation that the coach could go in there and say, listen, we're the better team, and we're getting disrespected right now to a team that's been overrated every single year. They always come out there and are ranked in the top 10 when the year starts, and then they end up dropping out the top 25 by the time that we get into the middle of the year, and that's what's going to happen this year. So they came in this game, I think 23rd, 24th, whatever. They're not going to be ranked anymore after this week. And they need to shit everybody out. They need to get Harbaugh out. They need to get Coach Khaki needs to be gone. And they need to replace the AD. They need to replace everybody and completely change everything in that whole team right now.
Why is YouTube so different now?
It sucks, man.
I'm trying to tweet this out. It's not what?
YouTube's bugging, man.
This is crazy.
Fix
your shit, man.
Cut our show off a couple times. Like,
fix your shit, man.
That's because of that fucking hater that reported us. Oh, and by the way, that's not our song. We just love it.
Yeah. No, we don't own the copyrights to that song.
What's it called? The name of the song? Caught in a Bad Romance?
Yeah.
Well, we're calling it Bad Romance with YouTube right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's terrible.
Exactly true.
Because I want to tweet this. What the hell?
I know. How we're supposed to tweet? We're on a live show. How we're supposed to tweet it out? Like, listen, what are you guys doing?
This is crazy. I figured this out before. But I'll say this about Coach Khaki. I've always said he's overrated. Great defense in San Francisco. Great defense. Couldn't win the big game against the Giants. couldn't win the big game against his brother in the Super Bowl. So get him out of here, right? Stanford always was a team that was close to the top, but never quite won. Did he win a Rose Bowl?
No, I don't think he did.
Okay. So it is what it is. I think he should go back to the NFL. I think he's a better NFL coach than he is a college coach, and probably because he has to do a lot more recruiting, he's just not getting the players.
Yeah.
If you can't get the players,
players are smart. They're going other places.
If you can't get the players, then you're not going to win. So I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I think he's a coach that will win you enough games to get you maybe to a Rose Bowl, to get you to a Super Bowl. Maybe one day he'll win a Super Bowl. But you got to get him the talent. If you give him the job of a GM, he's not going to be good at it.
Yeah.
If you strictly give him the job of coaching, I think he'll be good at it, and I think he needs to go back to the NFL.
He'll be okay.
I mean, he did okay. He got to an NFC Championship game, won an NFC Championship, and lost the Super Bowl. Not many coaches can say that. Okay, so Pete figured it out.
I had to copy the link because y'all suck.
So, he'll probably be the next Titan coach.
Hell no.
Oh, I got it. It's a share button. Here it is. I got it. Thanks a lot, YouTube. You're really wasting my time here. But I think it's done. I think it's 10 years done. You cannot... If you accept this, Michigan, then you might as well accept that you're below...
That Rutgers going to pass
that you're literally below the Wisconsins, the Penn States, and the Michigan States of the world, because you're not near the Ohio States of the world right now. You're not even close to it.
No.
So
Ohio State's top 5 every year now.
So if you accept this, then that means you are not even on the second tier of the Big Ten teams. You're on the third tier.
Yeah. And
Rutgers is going to catch up to you because Greg Schiano's back.
Yeah, he's good.
Next game I want to talk about.
Your
fucking
boys?
SEC.
Yeah, your boys.
The SEC, again, listen, the college football playoff is designed to make sure 2 teams from the SEC gets in.
It is.
It's so stupid, and I hate it.
Easily get in with 1 loss.
But I don't want to hear it this year. If any team outside of Alabama gets in here this year, then you already know what it is, right? This is the Electoral College is like the playoff system. Electoral College is tiered to the rich white people to keep in power. The playoff, 14 playoffs, is specific for a system where you're going to get 6 SEC teams ranked in the top 12.
Always. Every single time.
And they're not that good.
Yeah.
So when you lose one game, you're only going to fall 3 spots.
And the worst part is when they lose to the other one, they move up anyway. So you're going to knock one of them down.
So one's going to come up.
Because they beat the SEC team.
Georgia, again, I think Georgia has talent, both sides of the football, but you can't win a game with a walk-on quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they tried to do yesterday to a Florida team who, if I'm not mistaken, lost a previous game. Yeah. Was it to Texas A&M? Maybe?
No.
Let's take a look.
Was it? Because I know Oklahoma played Oklahoma State. That was a big game on TV.
I think they lost 2 weeks ago. Either way,
yeah.
Either way, I don't think either team is as good as Alabama. But
not even close.
But
not even close.
What's up with Georgia?
Dude, they're smoke and mirrors. That's all they are. Every year, Georgia is a team that everybody says they have the talent. They should be in the Final Four. And the worst part about it is when they do lose 2 games, because they always lose 2, if not 3, their fans come out after it and say, oh, we played the SEC schedule. I don't give a fuck that you played the SEC schedule. The SEC is average. That is it. You are hyped up by the media. That is it. You have Alabama, and then sometimes one other team comes up and is okay, like whether it's an Auburn or whether this year Florida has played okay. Kyle Trask has been really good. But you are one team division conference. That's it. After them, that's it. It's over.
I thought it was funny when the the announcer, I forget the whoever the guy is on CBS. It's not my guy anymore.
Oh, it's
I don't know. One guy's like, there seems to be parity in the SEC now. No, it's not. It's Alabama versus whoever comes out the fucking West.
Exactly.
That's it.
SEC just has to hope Alabama doesn't lose 2 games.
That's it. But the thing I like about this year, and I'm going to bless Trevor Lawrence's heart right now. Thank you. I'm going to say this. Thank you, Trevor Lawrence. Because of your COVID positive test, there's only going to be one SEC team in the playoffs. And here's why. Notre Dame's going to be undefeated by the time they get to the ACC championship game. I don't think they're going to lose to Virginia Tech, to a Duke.
The toughest one will be North Carolina.
And I'm not even scared of that. how can the committee, should it's Clemson and North Carolina, and Notre Dame in the national championship, ACC championship game.
Yeah.
How can the committee keep out, let's say, Notre Dame, who has one loss, and it would be to Clemson.
Yeah.
And Clemson, who will have one loss, would be to you without their best player on the field.
Yeah.
There's no way you can put a Florida, a Georgia, a Texas A&M, or whoever you want over a Clemson list loss, or over a Trevor Lawrence list loss to Notre Dame, one loss.
I agree.
Or a Notre Dame loss to Clemson in the championship game.
Because they're gonna have Alabama in there.
Yep.
That's one. They're gonna have Ohio State in there. That's two. So when you put Notre Dame and then you put Clemson in there, I can't think of who they would put in over.
There's no one, because Georgia's got 2 losses.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah. Can't complain
anymore.
They will, but you can't complain anymore.
They're only, and I can't foresee this happening.
Mm-hmm.
If Florida maybe beats Alabama, in the SEC championship game.
So.
They won't.
Yeah.
Then maybe. Because then you have 2 teams that 2 losses.
Yeah.
There's no way it's happening.
You can't do that.
So God bless you, Trevor Lawrence, and COVID. Because of this disease, although it has done pretty harmful to 230,000 Americans, God rest your souls. But because of COVID, we might not have 2 SEC teams finally.
Because if he plays yesterday, they put up 60.
Yeah,
Notre Dame's defense was done. And then the second half, they would have scored at every time.
All right, so SEC, we don't want 2 teams from the SEC. We don't think they're that good this year. And then we think that most of the time. But however, when you rank 12 of their teams, 8 of them in the top 25, it's a law of averages and numbers. Now, moving along to 2 teams that I want to talk about. I want to get your take on it. I want to get your take on BYU.
Okay.
And I want to get your take on Cincinnati. Again, 2 teams outside of the Power 5 conference that are making noise. Cincinnati, again, I told you on last week's show, because I had to make up for David not watching college football. He's spending too much time on his hair. I said Cincinnati it is nice hair. I said Cincinnati is one of the teams on the radar that is making me more and more I'm paying attention to them. And then BYU went to the bluegrass of Boise State.
That's tough.
And blew them out.
That's tough.
Blew them out.
If you're a college football fan, you know that playing on that bluegrass in Boise, that's actually really tough to play against them. They always find a way to win games at home, and that was impressive. So I am impressed with Cincinnati. I still want to see more out of BYU.
Okay. But
Cincinnati has proven themselves that they should be, if they run the table, they should be ones that should be talking about being in the Final Four.
And this is what I hate about college football, right? Every other sport has done something to make this year different, right? Yeah. Basketball had, the 11 teams or whatever it was in the playoffs. Yeah. Baseball had however many teams.
16.
NFL might have 8 teams in the playoffs this year. They don't know, but it's discussed. Either way, it's still, now we're having 7.
Yeah.
Right? Hockey kind of did the same thing with 11 teams getting into the playoffs. Why can't we have an 18 playoff this year?
Yeah.
Why?
It makes no sense.
Why? Right? You can get your fucking 2 SEC teams.
And it makes it weird now too, because you have teams that's playing like 5 games.
Like this is the year.
Pac-12 is playing like 5 games.
This year. This is the year to have an 18 playoff to see how to play, right?
So we get to see if you're unfair to Pac-12, because you can have somebody that goes 6-0 and they deserve to prove that they're one of the best teams and they won't put them in. Or they put them in and they're like, you put a 6-0 team and they only play 6 games. We get to see how they want to favor whoever they want to favor. They can just put them all in.
Listen, I think the NCAA, I think college football is, again, my favorite product to watch, because every game does matter.
Yeah.
And every game, sometimes you get no defense, and sometimes you get 7-3 games. Mm-hmm. But lately it's been no defense, and it's so entertaining. To me, it's the best product in sports, right? This is the time to grow it. I mean, not grow it, but make it better. Yeah. Because I don't think you can grow it anymore.
People are watching more sports now because of COVID and you're stuck inside for a lot of things. So they crave sports. You see, that's why the ratings for a lot of sports things are high right now. And I've always been a proponent that you win the conference, you should at least have a chance to win it. So you got the 5 power conferences. The winner of those conferences automatically get in. And then you get the 3 next best teams. You can put in whatever the hell you want.
You get 3 next best teams. And if BYU and Cincinnati run the table,
they should
automatically in. And then you'll get your second SEC team. Everyone's happy.
I think that's a perfect line. If you want to make it statistically who should be in, you got the winners of Power 5 conferences. If there's any undefeated teams, no matter if they're in the Pac, whatever conference, Big West, whatever. If they're undefeated, they deserve a chance to be in that group, and that should be your 18
I think now's the time to try it. And again, fucking the old white men in NCAA don't want to try anything new because they want to mess up the money from the bowls.
Yeah,
there's no fans in the bowls.
53 bowls. 53 bowls. It's ridiculous. I remember when I was growing up, and it was 12, and it will all be on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and you go on the TV Guide and rip it out, and you have a list of bowls that were coming on. Now it's so many, it's you can't even pay attention to a bowl game. That makes no sense.
All right.
How do you earn a bowl game under 500?
Do you think all right, so Pac-12 came back yesterday, and this is before we get to Notre Dame Clemson. Pac-12 came back yesterday. Oregon looks like the team to beat. Yes. USC barely survives. Yeah. I say this about Utah. If you can't field the team, you should automatically forfeit. Arizona should be 1-0. And that's a bias. And that's a biased statement coming from me. I don't care what anyone says. USC or Oregon are probably going to be the ones that it's going to come down to.
Yeah.
Who do you think takes the Pac-12 championship this year? Oh shit! I'm going to go just because. All right, ready? Give me the count off.
3, 2, 1. Quack, quack, do.
I think it's got to be Oregon. Oregon's the most talented team. Oregon has their shit together the most of all the teams out there.
And their jerseys are so phenomenal.
Oh my God, because they're Nike. That's what. They have 500 Nike jerseys. It's crazy. But it's just, they have so much talent. And they were a team that challenged last year. It was them and Utah. Utah obviously doesn't really have it. So we see
they have COVID.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
again, they have something. They
have COVID.
They don't have it, but they have that. And
ultimately, they should have forfeited the game. They should have forfeited the game. They didn't have enough.
By the time they're done, they're going to be out 4 games.
Here's where it's bullshit. They said it's not because they didn't have enough players. They didn't have enough scholarship players to play the game.
See, now that part, then you should forfeit.
Just forfeit.
Really did. Because it shouldn't be, we don't have enough scholarship players. You have 110 players on your roster. That's not even exaggerating. College teams is not like the NFL. You have 80, 90, 100 players on your roster. I don't want to hear you can't field a team. That's bullshit.
Garbage. Arizona should be 1-0.
So you should have forfeited.
Arizona should be 1-0.
Yes,
I don't care. And lastly, before we move to the NFL, congratulations to upset victory. I don't care what anyone says because
they were the underdog.
They were the underdogs. Clemson was 5.5-point favorites when I looked yesterday. Mm-hmm. I didn't bet them until you guys took over. Mm-hmm. When you guys took over, I took them plus 7.5. Yeah, live betting is awesome. And I took that money and I bet on all the Premier League games, and none of the overs have hit so far. So
that's betting.
No overs have hit so far. So, talk about the game. Obviously, you start the game with the 65-yard touchdown run. Yeah. The defense looked good in the first quarter, and then something definitely happened.
Yeah. Listen, Clemson's a talented team, and that kid that's the backup, we've seen him for 2 weeks now. And I was talking yesterday with our producer, he may be a top 5 quarterback himself in college football, and he's a true freshman.
Pretty good.
He's huge. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. He can run. He has a gun arm. He is. They actually asked their coach Dabo about it, and they said, "All right, so compare him with Lawrence and with Watson." He was like, "Well, Watson was our Michael Jordan." He was like, "This guy's Shaq." That's what he is. He's just physically dominant, and that he showed that last night. And even though he got off to a rough start to start the game, he's a dominant player. He's going to be really good for them for the next 2 years because he can't leave for 2 more years. So he's going to be.
So what he said about Sunshine?
He did.
Wow.
He did.
Wow.
He probably Sunshine's gone. Fuck. No.
Listen,
he probably called Sunshine Kobe. That's what it probably was.
Listen. I think Clemson's going to win the national championship this year. I think I don't think Alabama's talent is there.
No.
It sucks.
I honestly think we'll see them again. Be a national, and let's see them again in the national championship plus the ACC championship.
So you think you're gonna play Clemson?
I think it's 3 times.
All right, cool. I like it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I like
It'll be a real 2 out of 3.
Real 2 out of 3.
Awesome.
The one thing I'll say is Notre Dame, at times you would think, you have a date?
What the hell is
Are you listening to Ed Sheeran? Or
is that coming
the,
from
the,
what the
NFL Network is playing Ed
What the
Sheeran.
hell is doing?
Again, we just like this song. We're not playing it.
Yeah, we do not own the copyrights to this song. NFL needs to cut them off of that shit.
Yeah, for real. But the one thing I'll say about Notre Dame yesterday, there's been times when Notre Dame has been pushed and pushed and pushed and has lost games in the past. Yeah. Clemson being one of them a couple years ago in the torrential downpour with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Push, and they'll just give up and lose the game.
Alabama winning the national championship.
So 2 OTs, the fortitude is there. I'm still not big on Kelly.
Scoring with 30 seconds to go to set it into overtime. So I'll tell you one quick thing about that running back that scored that long touchdown 53 to start the game. He 2 years ago was in high school and he said he was watching that Clemson Notre Dame game and he was like, I want to be in a game like that. And now he's in it and he's scoring 2 touchdowns in that big game. So it's players like that's the type of recruiting you want to see. You want to be in big games so you can get recruits like that.
All right, and I'll say one more thing before we leave college football. Pac-12 is taking things like that and starting their games early at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, they got to. They got to be on TV.
Yesterday, which I thought was good for them, Arizona State and USC played at 9 o'clock on the West Coast, 12 o'clock here. I think the masses here, even though it was kind of during the whole presidential election nomination victory speech. Well, not the speech, but actually things were going on at the time.
Bye, Trump.
Peace.
Yeah.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
The masses got to see a great ending. Even though Arizona State choked, which is good for me because I'm an Arizona fan, obviously. Arizona State choked, but you saw a great comeback by USC. And when you see guys like Tua, you see guys like Tua's brother, and you see guys like the Clemson quarterback who are from Samoa. Yeah. They used to go to USC. They're not going to USC anymore. Exactly. And you know why? It's because USC is playing at 6:30, 8:30, 11:30 at night. Yep. So for guys like this, I mean, how the hell does Nick Saban and Dabo Swinney and even the coach from Maryland beat out USC for Samoan guys? This is
nobody ever beat USC for Samoan guys.
This is the same college that gave you freaking Roy Maluga, Ray Maluga, Troy Polamalu. Yeah.
There's no way they should ever lose like a Samoan. Like every Samoan wanted to play for USC. Like I don't know what. And by the way, we got to talk about the quarterback's dad. How fucking huge is he? That dude is like 6'7", like 370
pounds.
How is
he taking pictures with Chris Brown and Rihanna?
He had to be a bouncer for them. He had to be a bodyguard for them because he's so huge, dude. Like, oh my god.
Especially Rihanna.
So how does somebody like that
and Khaled? He had a picture of DJ Khaled.
Yeah, with DJ Khaled. How does somebody like that not go to USC?
Oh, I love Pac-12 After Dark.
Oh, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's real fun.
You need to have
nobody sees it.
You need to have a Pac-12 before lunch. All right, we got. Oh damn! Oh. Wow, David.
We don't need to work.
Broncos, Falcons, 2 teams that always find one. Well, I was going to say for the Chargers, Falcons, but Broncos, Falcons. We don't know. He did mount a comeback last week against the Chargers, and Drew Lock.
My God.
We have. I think I'm going to bet this game actually. So.
Falcon, no cover. Denver. What?
Denver wins outright.
Outright, yeah.
I think -4 is good for Denver.
Yeah.
And I might bet them to win.
Yeah.
I don't trust Matt Ryan ever.
Shouldn't trust the Falcons, period.
Matty Ice.
Not just the Falcons, just them, period.
I mean, both teams. I mean, Broncos are still alive in the division.
That was a big game.
I mean, not in the division, but
playoffs. That was a big game.
Big game for the win.
That was a buzzer beat. You don't see that in NFL, that somebody throws a touchdown pass with no time to go to win the game. Like, that was crazy to watch that.
Man. Fucking Chargers, bro.
That is the coach, man. I keep telling you, man, their coach is not good. Anthony Lynn is not a good coach.
Yeah. It's sad because I want him to succeed.
He's blown 4 leads out already. They've only played 7 games, and he's blown 4 leads.
That sucks, man.
Like 2 of them by 17 points. That's bad. That's horrible.
Dre says he's in his hospital bed at Walter Reed Hospital, where the president was at. I'm just kidding. Dre says he likes Atlanta to cover the negative 4.
The Dre on the show, you know.
But yeah, it's correct. He said Atlanta has more firepower than them.
You got to text it for every game if you're gonna do that. Then
you got to text in. All right, so there you go. I think Denver wins. Pete thinks Atlanta wins, but they don't cover.
Yeah, Denver covers.
And Dre, if Dre's, like I said,
and Dre's trying to get discharged.
He's trying to get discharged from Walter Reed Hospital, where the president was, and he thinks Atlanta is just going to outright win. I mean, Atlanta's going to cover and win. All right, so probably one of the games of the week, which looked spicier a couple weeks ago. Okay. Doesn't look as spicy to me anyway. Seahawks and Bills.
Yeah, that definitely lost some steam.
It lost some steam. Josh Allen, I'm still a believer, but you got to throw the ball to Diggs more, man. That's all I'm saying.
Fantasy points.
Of course, fantasy points. Right now, the Seahawks are 3-point favorites.
I'm writing the paragraph this time.
Oh man, I'm gonna go.
That's why I started early.
And we don't own this song either.
Yeah, we don't own any of the songs you hear in the background. All those are just because of
NFL Network.
You wrote a paragraph? All right, let's go.
Seahawk, lock pick, go Hawks, they cover.
Yeah.
I put DK 2 TDs.
Seahawks are my favorite pick of the week. With them being a 3-point favorite and Buffalo being horrible over the last month, getting blown up by Tennessee, losing at home to KC, barely beating the Jets, so they had to come from behind to beat the Jets. And then they were a Cam Newton fumble at the 12-yard line away from losing last week. So they've had a horrible month period of games, and playing against Russell Wilson is going to help that. So I think Seattle's going to win this game, and I think they'll win it probably by double digits. So this is my lock.
I think Seattle's going to win this game by 7. I think everything that he said is correct, and I'm just a little worried about the defense the Bills have been playing lately. They should have lost last week. Cam made a fumble his career away last week. So I think they should have won. Dre also says that Seattle is a really good bet.
Yeah.
All right.
All my bets today parlays are keyed off of Seattle.
So let's go to your game, Pete. Bears, Titans. Obviously,
the Bears.
I'll say this. Last week was really weird in terms of gambling and in terms of football.
Yeah.
Just a lot of shit. I was wrong on a lot. Sometimes, sometimes that shit happens. Tennessee is a 6-point favorite.
Yeah.
At home, fans, I'm going to go with my pick.
Of course, Titans. They cover. Titans.
Yeah, but you ain't right what I
cover.
You didn't say what I
What, praying?
Yeah.
You said what?
I'm praying they cover.
Praying they cover?
Yeah.
Oh, it means he's got him on a lot of parlays.
I'm tired of having 1 and 2 point games. Like, they need to give me a break. Yo.
It's fun, man. It's just fun.
Trying to give me a heart attack.
It's fun, bro. It's fun. Dre says Bears 6.5. Tennessee wins. It'll be a close game.
Cut off the show now.
All right, we're not bringing Dre no more.
Dre said Dre, you're done. Nah, but no, I think Matt Nagy's a bad coach.
Yeah.
The Bears. Listen, I'm a Nick Foles stan for real, but when your quarterback again says he knows he won't have enough time to do the plays that his coach is calling, like, you got to switch it up, man. You know you're fucking up, and that's what coaching is all about. And Trubisky's not the answer, so I don't want to.
And he even got the name as an offensive guru. I mean, let's see, he was never the offensive guru. He called like 25% of the plays on Andy Reid's team because Andy Reid calls all the plays. So I mean, Andy Reid then started giving away some of the play call duties, so Eric Bieniemy was there. He was the offensive coordinator. So, and that tells you right there, how is Eric Bieniemy not getting a job? And he's calling more of the plays right now when they're doing well. And Nagy has a job, and he wasn't playing that, and he wasn't doing well. So, and that's why we're seeing that right now. They're horrible offensively.
Liverpool just got a penalty. Oh, by the way, Liverpool.
You got the over, right?
Yeah, I got the over, and I took them at 3-1. They were 3-1 underdogs in this game. Liverpool.
That's bad.
The champions.
That's crazy.
The champions.
That's crazy.
That's free money right there. That's free money right there. Yeah. And even if it's not free money, even if you bet $10 on Liverpool, like
that's worth it.
That's worth it. Even if they lose, you just gotta you take the champions at plus 280 anytime. Anyways,
yeah, Nagy sucks.
Nagy sucks. So moving on to the next game, I like this game a lot. It's now even, according to William Hill.
No way.
Ravens Colts.
No way.
Even money
That's
right
been
now.
going down the whole. I don't even get it now.
I don't get it. I mean, this is going to be easy for me. I don't care what anyone says.
Be more Raves.
I think
I don't
Ravens
get
big.
it.
I think Ravens big.
I think I do too.
I made a bet, and now if it's even, I'm about to put more money on it.
This is a game that the Colts, if they win this game, then they'll completely shock me. Because I don't.
I like
don't
their
see it.
defense. Don't get me wrong, but it's Phillip Rivers. He's like 96 years
don't
old
see it.
with
I mean,
16 kids.
You're looking at the team. So first of all, Steelers are 7-0. Ravens were one drive from beating them, and they had like 5 turnovers. They're not gonna have 5 turnovers. They're gonna win this game. Like, I don't get this at all.
And at the end of the day, Mo Salah just scored. Yeah. But no, at the end of the day, playing the Steelers is different than playing the Colts.
Yeah.
The Steelers hit you hard, man.
They know them, though. Yeah.
And you know them as well.
You know it's going to be a physical game. They're a divisional foe. It's a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, even money. I mean, maybe Vegas is smart.
They got signed going today.
Maybe Phillip Rivers. Maybe Phillip Rivers having another kid. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm the Ravens. I put him like 2 parts. I don't get that at all. All right.
J.K. Dobbins has another good game. I called that last week, and he had 133 yards on 15 carries. He's going to have another good game today.
So we got a +10 or Chiefs favorite 10 over the Panthers. Everyone's favorite running back, Christian McCaffrey, is coming back today.
Yep.
I don't know if that does anything to the line. C-Mac.
My boy.
But it's in Kansas City with their racist fans. They're allowed to be in the game. 10 points. Man. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Chiefs cover.
Yeah, fuck it. Do it. I'm with it. I think
Chiefs only got to play half a game to score.
Yeah, basically.
They scored 30 points in half a game. So
they scored 30 points in a half, and they also have like 19 different offensive weapons.
Yeah, so listen, and the thing about it, like, you always worry when there's a big spread if somebody gets hurt. Like, if the running back got hurt, they got Le'Veon Bell as a backup. If one of the wide receivers got hurt, they got like first round picks as like number 4 wide receivers. Like, they're fine. They're no problem.
I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect Drake from his hospital bed. He said Ravens will win, and he also says KC 10. So I mean, we're in agreement here. This usually doesn't happen. They would be here saying something like, "Well, you know, the temperature."
I just don't like how it's going for this team right now. I mean, I heard Patrick Mahomes had a bad breakfast.
I heard Patrick Mahomes and his wife argued about something. But Dave, we love you. All right, so I think that's. I would have said 9 or a 7-point victory, but I think fuck it. Let's go. I think all the big spreads, minus like playing the Giants, have hit. So if you notice the Giants, if you ever put a big spread on the Giants, you're not gonna win that.
I learned that after one game. I bet them for every.
We'll get to that game. We'll get to that game because I have a lot to say.
They played good enough just to keep their GM.
Yep. Fuck you, gentlemen. All right, Lions, Vikings. Is Matt Stafford playing?
Yes.
Okay, so right now the Vikings are 3.5-point favorites on William Hill.
You like that?
Damn.
I know what Dre's gonna say.
Galladay's not playing, right?
No.
Oh man, fuck the Lions.
I know what Dre's gonna say.
Dre's gonna pass on this one.
Dre's gonna say the Lions.
Vikings cover.
Okay.
I think Dre may say Vikings, but he's gonna say Lions cover.
Let's see if he's gonna. Oh, he's writing. It's fucking pouring in Manchester right now. But yeah, I think with Dalvin Cook back, I think that makes a huge difference. And if you haven't noticed, I mean, he's one of the best running backs in the league. When healthy. I mean, we should be all over this guy. He went to your school. Come on, FSU baby, let's go, man.
I'm a Notre Dame fan.
He's a Notre Dame fan. But yeah, I think he just makes them a lot better. He makes Kirk Cousins I don't want to say better, but less mistake
He makes him look
prone.
above average.
Makes him look above average, and he's just when he's healthy, man, he's good.
And they've been playing well lately too. So they're starting to get everything together. I think the young guys that they had on their team that are in important positions, they're now starting to evolve because I mean they had no preseason, they didn't really have a training camp. So now you see the rookies really starting to get into it now.
Yeah, so I think
Justin Jefferson's playing well. He needs to stop dancing.
Every time he dances, they lose.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next, Giants right now are...
That's a tough one.
Giants right now...
That's a tough one.
Wow, went back up to 3. Giants right now are underdogs, 3-point underdogs, in a game against the team with no name from Washington.
The City Nannies.
I hate to write this down. I hate to write this down. I hate to write this down. I'm sorry, guys.
No names cover. Giants win.
Really? Really?
Breaks my heart to write that down because this ultimately ends our shot at Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Wow. And it's always the Redskins.
Always the Redskins. I'm sorry, the team from Washington. The team from Washington. I love my Native American people, for sure. Here's the thing, man. If you go back...
Well, it was the Redskins last year, so I can see that.
Yeah, they were the Redskins last year. If you go back to every game this year that the Giants have played, outside of being blown out by the backups in San Francisco,
which was ridiculous.
That was stupid.
To me, made no sense to me at all. The first game was against Pittsburgh, so I'll give Joe Judge leeway. Joe Judge is actually a good head coach. He coaches this team with whatever talent they had. They are competitive in every game, but the problem rests solely on the shoulders of Daniel Jones.
Thank you.
You mean 2 turnover Jones?
Every game. If Daniel Jones has 1 turnover in all of these games, I'm not even saying 0.
He probably win.
We're giving you 1 mistake. Like I'm not saying play mistake-free football. 1 mistake, they beat the Cowboys, they beat the Eagles, they beat the Bucks, and maybe beat the Rams.
Yeah.
And have a shot to beat the Bears. That's 5 wins right there. 5. Let's say -1. 4 wins. The Giants are 4-4 in control of this division. We're feeling a lot better about ourselves, being in the shitty division that we're in. But I don't think the rest of it. Fuck them.
You know what? You should be thanking them then, because you guys are going to keep losing. You're going to get a better pick, and then you're going to replace him.
Well, Justin Fields.
He won't turn the ball over as much.
I want Trevor Lawrence, and the Jets aren't going to lose anytime soon.
That's the thing. Since he's coming, they said of any player in the league, their first 20 starts, he has more turnovers than anybody. The first 20 games that you've started, he just turns the ball over every game, twice.
I think Kyle Allen. I think the Giants.
The reason why I picked the Washington no names, I picked them because they're playing better right now. The last game that they played against each other, it was a close game, came down to a 2-point conversion. They missed it.
Daniel Jones turned the ball over twice in that game too.
So I expect them to do it 2 more today. So
and a big run.
So I think that this time the Redskins. Well, I'm going to call them Redskins. Fuck it. I'll do that. So I think Washington.
That's racist, Pete.
I apologize.
Native Americans won the election. Won the election in Arizona.
I think the Washington football team will find a way to win this game by about 4 points.
Oh, they're gonna cover?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the first thing I think we disagreed on 2 things.
Yeah.
Dre thinks the Giants will be competitive. He likes them to win outright too, and that it pains my heart that I think the same. Oh man.
All right, Trevor.
Why didn't Trevor just stay? So maybe we suck even more next year.
You should say 1 more year.
1 more year, man. 1 more year. All right. So those are the 1 o'clocks. Or what? Actually, 1 more 1 o'clock. P. 7 points. Jaguars, Texans. Oh my god. I'm gonna go. I'm not even gonna spend that much time on this game, but I think.
Sure.
Texans. All right. We're not gonna spend much time on this. We got 5 minutes left.
Texans, who cares? Texans don't cover.
I'm not gonna spend more time on that.
Yeah.
As long as
That's just a pick.
As long as Deshaun Watson has like 2 touchdowns on Mark. Dre said ugly game that ends in 0-0 and a tie. That's not. I mean, I bet if you bet that, it's like plus 800.
You probably got a lot. Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the 4 o'clock games. There's 3 of them. No wonder Matt's coming at 3. The Cowboys don't play till 4:25.
Son of a bitch.
Steelers Cowboys. Right now, William Hill has them at 14 and a half. 14 and a half. Wow. I mean, is Andy Dalton even playing, or is it Joe Beningo?
Probably Joe Beningo.
Well, Dave was so mad that I was calling this guy, not pronouncing this guy's name. I don't even know his name right.
I guess he's not Mexican. He's Italian now. Like,
yeah,
he was upset about it.
It's like it's Ben Benucci. Who cares, bro? Who fucking cares? Who cares, bro?
The guy's 1 star and he's done. You keep calling Benucci.
I'm gonna go with this. I don't think they cover.
Steelers win. Steelers 30-10. I think Steelers would be like 120 to 10.
I think they win by 13.
I think they win 30-10.
Okay,
because I don't think Dallas.
I'm not bad.
We already knew that Cowboys couldn't stop anybody defensively, so they're gonna put up 30 points. And without that, they can't score points either. So I think it's 30.
So number 1 superfan Dre says Steelers never blow teams out on the road. They win, but Dallas covers. Okay, I agree with you there. All right, Dre. I hope you're getting the super serum that the president has. So you feel better. Miss you, bro. All right, so aside from that, 2 more 4:25 games. We got. I'm sorry. Damn, that's it. There's only 2 4 o'clock games. Why do you do this, NFL? Why?
That makes some sense. Like, let me do it for that.
So if you have the Steelers Cowboys game, the only other option for you is Cardinals and Dolphins.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
What channel is Batman on?
Hey,
man, I'll be watching Arsenal.
Like according to Dave, he might be throwing 650 yards today.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Tua. Dave said last week. We got 2 minutes on the show.
Oh yeah.
They said last week Tua was going to throw for 300 yards.
He threw for 93.
So at halftime, he was like at 60,
like 30.
And I'm like, Dave, he's going to throw 240 at second half? He's like, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Well, no, not possible. All right, so
30.
To me, I think this is the easy one for me to pick. You know,
what's the spread?
6 for the Cardinals. I think really quick.
Damn, let me change this for myself. Sure.
Cardinals don't cover. Cards no cover.
Oh, I think we're in agreement. I think the Cards, I think the Dolphins, when you give them big spreads like that against an NFC West team, like they did with the 49ers, they play really well.
Yeah.
And they won, and they beat the Rams. So, I'm with that.
They're going to play tough. I don't think Tua's enough to win the game, but I think they're good enough that they'll be tough, and their defense will keep them close.
All right, so real quick, Jets, New England, whatever. I'm just going to say New England wins. New England wins, don't cover. I don't even care what the spread is. It could be 3.
I won't say they cover.
I'm going to say New England wins, don't cover. So we got about a minute left. It's the Senior Citizen Bowl at 8:20. Right now it's a $4.5 spread. Favored. Damn. Alright, so I'm gonna go. This looks easy to me.
New England and Bucks don't cover outright.
Outright?
Yeah. I think New Orleans wins outright.
Alright, so Dre says Tampa Bay wins and covers. Cardinals win and covers. Jets cover on Monday. New England wins. Alright, so we'll see what happens. Senior Citizen Bowl. You know, we're going to...
Go listen on Spotify and everything
before we cut out. We're going to finish this with the Senior Bowl. I'm going to give it an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This is probably the last time that Drew Brees and
Tom
play on the same field, more likely than not, unless they meet in the playoffs. I think one of them retires next year. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Red zone's on. That means football's close.
12 o'clock. All right.
Crazy amount of touchdowns we've seen them. Crazy amount of yards.
1 and 2.
I'll pose this question to you. Does the winner of this game win the NFC?
20 seconds.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
No. I'm going to say the winner comes out of the NFC
South.
North.
Oh, the North?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, you still with Green Bay?
Yes.
Well, my NFC finals pick is still intact, obviously.
Seattle.
It's Seattle against Green Bay. Seattle beats Green Bay, gets to the Super Bowl. So whoever wins this game is playing for third place, essentially. But Antonio Brown, living in Tom Brady's house. I guess Giselle's cooking Antonio Brown food?
Sure.
Okay, so she doesn't cook. How long do you think AB stays on this team, and what does that do for the Bucs' chances? Because last week they looked that good against the Giants.
I don't think. Well, the thing is, against the Giants, I always think it's a bad matchup because the Giants know how to play against Brady. So I think that's an issue for them. But it doesn't matter because the Giants aren't going to make the playoffs for them. But I think against normal teams, I think Brady can do what he needs to do to win. In terms of Antonio Brown, I think it's too much time off for him to make an immediate impact. You got to learn the playbook. You got to learn the certain
Plus
connection.
1,200 to get the first touchdown.
You got to have the connection with the quarterback, and he's gonna score a couple touchdowns. But whether he's on the team or off the team, I think it's gonna be the same result as Tampa Bay. I don't think it's gonna make that huge of an impact.
Okay. Nah. I hate to say this, but I think he's gonna get in trouble again.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I hope he's all right. I mean, it's good to see AB playing out there. He's definitely one of the best talents. But I just don't know, man. I mean, I don't care. You're still in Florida.
Yeah.
You're still Tampa Bay, whatever, right? You were in New England, you got in trouble. Or wherever you were.
Trouble everywhere.
In trouble everywhere. But at the end of the day, if Tom Brady, is like his sponsor, essentially, then maybe you keep him in line.
Yeah.
One thing we didn't talk about, your boy Des Bryant, your boy.
Oh my God,
Your
my boy.
Your boy Des Bryant is back.
Yes.
He's on the Baltimore Ravens.
Des caught it.
He, aside from being signed to the practice squad last week, he's already promoted to the 53-man roster.
He's on the team. He's playing today.
So what do you think? What do you think the outlook on that is?
I think he gets one catch. Listen, the Ravens are a running team. It's gonna be Lamar Jackson. It's gonna be J.K. Dobbins. You're gonna see Gus Johnson coming there. They're a running team. When they do throw the ball, they throw it to Mark Andrews. They don't really throw it to their wide receivers. If they do, it's over the top to Hollywood Brown. So I don't see him being a big impact. No, he the one catch that he takes away may be a catch that Mark Andrews will usually catch, but I don't see him really making an impact.
Okay, all right. And
but I'm happy to see him back. I like that.
Happy to see him back. And we'll end this with this. Obviously, MVP race. Yeah. Russell Wilson's going up against Buffalo, tough defense.
Yeah.
Green Bay's playing who?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
They play on Thursday.
They played on Thursday.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers had like 16 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So we can't even include him. We can't even include him there.
You can include the other guy that you just saw there, Mahomes.
Mahomes.
I didn't even realize how good of a year he's having because it doesn't look like he's having a great year. It just looks like he's playing normally, and he has like 21 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Jesus.
Like it doesn't look like he's playing that well, but he's actually statistically he's up there with Russell, but it doesn't look like it.
All right, so Russell, Mahomes. Mm-hmm. I think you got to put Brady in there, kind of.
No. Not for MVP.
Really?
If he keeps this up for the next 3-4 games, yes, but not yet. I don't think he's in there more.
Russell, Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did his part. It's just like the Heisman Trophy now. You got to be watching that. Okay. Who elevates himself close to Russell aside from Russell? You think? Because right now Russell's the favorite, right?
Yeah,
Russell's
the favorite. I think it will be Mahomes. I think Mahomes will continue on this type of stretch because, like I said, it doesn't look like he's playing outstanding right now, but he is. So if he actually does look like he's playing out, he plays like pretty much a half per game.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
He scored 30 points.
Yeah, he's scoring 30 points and a half, and that's all he needs to do. If he actually puts together a complete game, he's going to have like 6 touchdowns and like 400, 500 yards.
There's a dark horse that's not named Rodgers, not named Mahomes, not named Russell Wilson that you have in this conversation. Who would it be?
Ryan Tannehill.
What?
The dude has like 22 touchdowns and like 4 interceptions this year. And Tennessee has 2 losses this year.
Okay. Oh, man. Man City just tied it up. Jesus.
That was nice, too.
All right, but I still got over 3.5. So we're good there. But mark this down, huh? We're going to watch Pete during the Titan game today.
We'll say fuck Ryan Tannehill.
And we'll see how many times He said
No.
Ryan Tannehill.
Fuck Gostkowski. Gostkowski should be off the team. How is he still on the roster right now?
So we'll see that. We'll end with that with a fuck Ryan Tannehill moment. The games are about to start in an hour. Shout out to everyone coming through the tight room. We're gonna have a good day today. Live tweet us. Say whatever it is that you have to say. But we'll be back next Sunday. Hopefully Dave will be here. Hopefully Dre.